Good evening, fellow Tcash merchants, and welcome to our online training session today under the Tcash Soko program. So, Tcash Soko program is just a program that has been brought to us courtesy of the Telkom Kenya Limited to make our biasharas digital and efficient at the same time. Why so? Because digital biashara is the future of biashara, and every business that wants to thrive in this century, it must, of course, involve the digital tools that are now available for use out there in the market. How do we involve these digital tools in our businesses? We involve them by ensuring that we're using them to make sales, that we are using them to, of course, transact, do our transactions, and as we do so, we stand chances to benefit. So welcome, let us journey together. Let us learn how product vendors can get the most out of the Tcash Soko app. So my name is Amos, and I will be taking you through this session. We're going to learn how do product vendors definitely get the most out of the Tcash Soko app. This session comes after our previous session, service vendors, and of course we were able to, of course, learn and understand how they can be able to get the most out of Soko. Under this session, we're going to learn and understand how can product vendors manage their catalog. Of course, there are these three ways in which a product vendor can make some sales. One of them is the catalog. The other one is the voice assistant. And the third one is the express checkout. The catalog is a very important tool for businesses. And that is the reason as to why you have seen supermarkets thrive. Why do they thrive? Because they operate using the catalog. So how can we manage that catalog? We're going to exploit that. Then when does the inventory update and when doesn't it update, so that we know at which point in time do we need to go and physically update our inventory, or at which point do we have our inventory already updated for us by the catalog. So let us journey together and pack these good advantages as we learn how to use the app together. In case you have any question on any of our previous sessions or this session, kindly feel free to post your question under the comment section. I'll be responding to your questions as soon as I see them. Let us get started. So I'm sharing my screen with you. I'm on one of my shops. Niko kwa duka yangu moja. Duka yenye mimi na share ni duka inaitwa The Aura Shoe. Aura Shoe ni duka yenye inauza viatu peke yake. So it is a product shop. Tukiongea about product, mtu anauza product ni mtu anauza kitu yenye mtu akikuja kwa shop akiinunua anaenda nayo. Kuna vitu zenye tunauza but tunabaki tunazo. For example, okay, they are called services. For example, unaweza kuwa unatengeneza watu nywele, you own a hair salon, a barber and so on. Wakati una own hizo kind of businesses, what you do is service. Unafanyia mtu kitu, anakulipa na anaenda. But for a product kind of a business is where unauzia mtu a physical thing. For example, kiatu. Ukiuzia mtu kiatu, anakuja ananunua that physical shoe by itself na anaenda nayo. Akienda nayo, then they pay you for that shoe. So that is the kind of a business that involves products. So my Aura Shoe is a product kind of shop. It deals with selling of shoes. There's something that I just want us to understand. How do I manage the catalog? Catalog iko wapi in the first place? Ukiangalia kwa hii screen, under the home option, inanionyesha cash balance, lottery tickets, today's performance, the number of transactions today, upcoming bookings which are 0. And of course, hapo chini kuna option ya home, order, sell, wallet, and business. Catalog nitayopata wapi? Catalog inakuanga kwa sell. Nikiguza sell, then there are these three options that appear: the catalog, express, and the voice assistant. So nikiguza catalog, nitaona zile products zote zenye nime set nauza. So hizo ndizo zina appear hapo. All the products that I have set that my shop sells are the ones that appear under the catalog. There is something about the catalog that is so important to us as business people, yenye tunafaa kuelewa. Nikiuza using the catalog, inventory ina auto update. What does that mean? In case I'm to sell, for example, men's shoes, I have 86 in stock. Nikiuza, for example, 2 pairs, I'm expecting nitabaki na ngapi in stock? Tabaki na 84. Does it auto update? Let us confirm with you. So I've picked 2 men's shoes which were 86 in stock. So I just press the cart there for me to make the sale, and then nita proceed to hapa chini kwa checkout. Then you have the 3 options of receiving your money. There is always the Soko QR code, the cash payment, and the external wallet. So because I don't have another phone apart from the one I'm using to make this presentation, then nitaenda kwa cash payment, and then I just confirm. So once I've confirmed this purchase, and because we have talked about the information here, including the fact that you can view the receipt, I just want us to go straight to the inventory and see whether it has auto updated. So this is done. So when I go to, where do I find the inventory? Again, inventory nitaipata under business. Where is business? Down there on the right hand side, kuna the word business. That is where you come and you'll find your inventory. Ukiguza the word business, then inventory is the first thing. So I'll come to inventory, na nikikuja kwa inventory unaona the men shoe which were originally 86 are now 84. Why? Because I used the catalog to sell. So how do I manage this catalog? You manage the catalog from the inventory. Like, this is what I mean. Have you ever asked yourself, super wako na vitu mingi, how do they know wanafaa kufanya restocking ya nini? Do they go ticking everything that we have sold 5 items of this? No, they don't do that. In the supermarket, they use the inventory and the catalog very well. So wanatumia catalog ku make sales, na once wame make sales, inventory ina auto update. So inventory iki auto update, wakienda tu kwa computer, they can be able to tell sukari inaisha, maziwa inaisha, and therefore we need to restock these items. And that is how easy it is for them. It is going to be equally easy for us if we manage our inventory and our catalogs well. What do I mean? For example, hizi men shoes zenye ziko hapa unaangalia, I've sold, they are now 84. The women's boot ziko 50. If I'm to use the catalog to make the sales, these numbers will be reducing. So every time visit the inventory, nitakuwa najua how many items do I have in stock, so that I don't sell the word I don't have. Unajua, the customers get disappointed. Imagine a customer comes to your shop anatafuta kiatu, and then you had posted you have it online vizuri sana, so the customer travels all the way from their house to your shop. Akifika, you say you don't have. This customer feels disappointed, they feel cheated. So if you keep on looking at your inventory, utaweza kupata information about the items you have and the number of items you have, so that you know when to do the restocking and so on and so forth. So how do you manage this inventory? Unaimanejia hapa. How do you manage, sorry, not the inventory, but rather the catalog? Unaimanejia kwa hii screen ya inventory. Allow me to repeat again. I'll go back to home. Nikiwa kwa home, for me to manage my catalog that is found on the cell, nitakuja kwa business. Nikikuja kwa business, nikuje kwa inventory. Nikikuja kwa inventory, nitapata all the products zenye nauza. Remember, for us as product people or as product sellers, it is the picture that sells the item. So I need to ensure that pictures zenye ziko hapo, they are clear pictures, they are good pictures, ni pictures zenye zinapendeza. So once I ensure that ni pictures zinapendeza, then what else can you manage? Unaweza manage the stock. How many items do you have in stock? For example, for these men shoes, I just want us to change the name to Ziite. For example, Aura shoes. Tunaweza change from men shoes to Ziite Aura shoes. Maybe that is the name ya hizo viatu. Of course, the price we can change it from 100 na change iende maybe something like 50 shillings, and then the unit needs to be per piece because kiatu huwezi uza per kilogram ama per gram, but the items you can sell per kilogram, per gram. For example, if you own a kind of shop, a kiosk kind of shop, or a shop, generally a shop, the normal shops we know for products, for general home products, kuna items kama sukari unauza in kilograms, kuna zingine unauza in grams. So you have to take the correct like unit there. Then this is done. The quantity, you can always manage the quantity. Ndio ujue how many items are there. Because when the quantity is zero, you cannot be able to sell, or a customer cannot be able to see that product online. Na asipoiona online inamaanisha haezi buy that product. So the quantity here naweza reduce maybe by something like 54. If I reduce by 54, zitabaki ngapi? 30. Kama ni viatu 30 ziko, then I press on save. If I have viewed the categories and I'm comfortable, then I can just press the save. That is where you manage your inventory, your catalog from. You manage your catalog from the inventory. Under which circumstances does your inventory update? Your inventory updates every time you complete a sale using the catalog. Remember, there are these three options of making the sale. Ukitumia catalog ama voice assistant wakati itaanza kutumika, because the voice assistant is a coming soon feature. Ukitumia catalog or the voice assistant to make the sale, the inventory auto updates automatically. However, when you use the express to make a sale, it doesn't auto update the inventory. For example, I just want us to view this together. There are how many pieces of the Aura shoe? There are 30 of them. What is the cost of that shoe? 50. So because the cost ni 50 na niko na items 30, nataka niuse an item under the express sale and see how that happens. So nikikuja kwa sale, niguze express, then of course that is under men's, itakuwa under men's shoes, na ina cost 50. Then nikiguza next na ni receive payment by cash payment. I just want us to view together whether the inventory updates. So I've made that purchase, the purchase is complete, and this is now done. So I want us to view together whether the inventory has updated. I had 30 items. I expect to reduce by 1. So nikirudi kwa inventory, which is under business, then inventory, then there is something utaona bado hizi viatu ni 30, meaning the inventory has not auto updated. It auto updates when you use the catalog. Haya, so what do I do in that case? I need to come back to this page and of course edit this quantity from 30, reduce 1, I enter 1 and then reduce, so that now the number of items remaining are just 29 items. So that now gives my business a correct outlook. Yani outlook ya biashara yangu hapa online inakuwa ni the same outlook. Mtu akikuja all the way from their house to my business premises, atakuja na apate that the product I promised I have, actually I have it. And that is how you now benefit as a business person. The fact that you start by ensuring mtu akikuja anataka a certain product anaipata. then you stand high chances of benefiting. Our customers will develop trust in you. And of course, once they develop trust in you, they get to, of course, uh, they get to bring more referrals to your business. There's something else that I want us to understand. How do we handle online orders? To handle online orders aje. But before we go to how we handle them, how will the customers be making those online orders? Sometimes maybe as a merchant, you're asking yourself that question. Of course, it's a question that is not new to me. I've had a number of people I've introduced to the app asking me, ni customer atamekaje hiyo online order yenye tunaongea about. Before we even talk about how do we handle them, customer ataweza make your order aje. Let me go to home and show you how the customers can make the online orders. So nikiwa kwa hii side ya home, for you to make an order. So I'm going to the personal side so that I make an order to a different shop altogether. So nitaguza the word personal so that I switch now from business to personal. Remember, a business cannot order. It is a person who orders. So wewe ndio ukitaka kuorder something unaenda to the personal side. And of course, I just want to order something so that I show you how people will be ordering. Then we get to how do you handle that order. So I just want to do an order. How will I order? Nitakuja kwa hii personal side. On this personal side, I have the T-cash balance, amount spent today, lottery tickets, bookings, and all this information appearing there. Nitaorder hapa chini. Hapa chini, just besides the word home, there is the word shop. So kuorder, it's like you're doing shopping. So nitakuja kwa shop. Nikikuja kwa shop, the map shows all the merchants that are connected to T-cash. So ndio hao wote unaona hapo appearing in black and blue. Hao ni watu wote wenye you can get products and services from. So what I need to do now is to search for a specific shop. So nataka ni search a specific shop that is a friend of mine inaitwa CS Dress. So nitaandika CS Dress and then search. Nikki search, CS Dress now appears. This is a shop that belongs to a friend of mine. So I can just order from him anytime. So nikiguza the shop, hiyo shop ikiapia, I just tap on it. Then it shows me the items zenye yeye anauza. So this is not my shop. It is a shop belonging to a friend of mine. He sells these products. Anauza nyama, akona vitabu za history, akona some greetings card, akona amounts there, Coke Zero and so on. So yeah, it's kind of a kiosk kind of business. Anauza every other item. Name them, all these items. He sells them. So now, the question is, how do I order? So nikitaka, for example, order something like Coke Zero. Coke Zero, it's just costing 40. I can see that. So nikitaka kuorder, I'll just press the add. Nitaguza hiyo add. Nikiguza hiyo plus yenye ni add, na maybe I want to order 25 shillings books. That is the appears to be amounts. Nita add, niki add, nitakuwa na the two items on my cart. The two items are costing 65 shillings. Nitaguza sasa cart. The cart is the one appearing in blue, so nitaiguza for me to order. Nikiiguza, then there are two options zenye zinaapia pale juu. Delivery and pickup. So delivery itakuwa na cost. Itakuwa na cost kwa nini? Because if I'm to choose that he delivers that to me, then I must pay for the cost of transport. Sababu mimi ndio nataka deliver item kwangu. So then there is the other option, pickup. Pickup means mi ndio nitaenda kwa shop kuchukua hiyo kitu. So I can decide to take the pickup option because I've not set the delivery location, but I will be setting it later. Let me just see. Okay, let me just add this. So I have added the location. So nikiadd the location hapo, then delivery ukiangalia hiyo delivery, when you pick the delivery option, ukiangalia hapa chini, the cost of the subtotal of the Coke Zero and the books is 65. But the delivery fee is 450. Why? Because I'm very far from where the CS dress is. That is why the delivery cost is high. And the total amount now becomes 515. So you can imagine now the amount of money he's making by just delivering the item. So Nikki choose pickup, that means I'll not pay for delivery fee. Mimi ndio nitaenda peke yangu kwa shop na nichukue hiyo item na nirudi kwangu. So I just want to go with the delivery option and then I order. Do you want to proceed? Yes, I want to proceed. So this now places an order for CS Dress to deliver that item to me. So once the shop accepts, yeye mwenye shop ndiye ata accept your order. So you as the owner of the shop, wakati mtu ameorder for a service from your shop, you will be sent a notification to accept that order. And this is what I just wanted us to come to. Like, people will not just be ordering and then you must deliver. You must accept the order. Once you accept the order, then anakuwa notified that may accept the order and you're delivering it. So then there is the mode of payment. Anaweza kulipa after delivery or before delivery. So then there is going to be that option. That is how you manage your online orders. This person has ordered for something. A notification comes to your end. Unaangalia hiyo order. This person wants what? Anataka hii product na hii product na hii product. Then if anataka these 2-3 products, how do I accept or not? If I'm accepting, I press accept. Niki accept, then I demand payment in advance or pay on delivery. Pay on delivery means that Niki deliver, that is when they will pay. And of course, you can see the person can cancel anytime and they have the option to view the order. If they press view the order, they are able to see what they are ordering. From the CS dress is the Coke Zero and the books which are costing 25 and 40 respectively. So if you decide to cancel the order, you just cancel. In this case, I can just cancel it because I just don't want to have him deliver the items. I don't want to do that. Then I'll just say that this is done. So done. Now let's go back to our business side. So I'll go back to home, switch to business by tapping the word business at the very top. Of course, the biashara we were in is the Aura shoe. I'll just switch to that business. So yes, here I am at this business, the Aura shoe. Of course, wakati sasa huyu client ameorder from you. So what was CS Dress supposed to get is a notification. Your notification itakuja hapa kwa notification bell. So you can see for now there is no new notification. So then once a person orders, you get a notification coming directly to the notification bell. So the notification bell itakuonyesha that there is a new notification. Unaguza hiyo notification, you're able to see that ni mtu ameorder. That is what it will be showing you. Itakuonyesha that there is a person who has ordered for this service from you and or for this product from you. Are you accepting it or not accepting it? So once you tap on it, itakuwa inakuleta hapo kwa hii option iko hapa chini kabisa. Just besides the cell, there is the option of orders. Hapo kwa orders, ukiangalia for now, there are no orders yet. But if there were to be orders zingekuwa zinaapia hapa, all of them outlined vizuri. Then and their details. So once I tap on whichever order, I'm able to see the details. Is it a pickup? Is it a delivery? Kama ni delivery, then I just package and deliver on time. Kama ni pickup, I just package and wait for the customer to come and pick that product. It is very important that as we prepare to transform our biasharas digital, we know something that these customers who order online like efficiency. So anataka akioda ame place order atakuja in 10 minutes ama in 30 minutes, then anataka by the time hiyo time inafika, akifika kwa shop yako wanapata that you have prepared that order for them. So let us make sure that we prepare the orders for them. We are ready to deliver to them in good time so that we create efficiency in our biasharas. So this brings us to the end of our session. Product vendors get the most out of Soko. Indeed, we can get the most out of Soko as product vendors by transacting more using the app. If we do so, and of course manage our catalog well, it becomes easier for us to view the items that we have in stock. Kitambo imekuwa ngumu sana kujua vitu uko nazo in stock. Why? Because imekubidi like you do a physical count. This physical count thing is an outdated thing. We are in the digital era where now you just use the catalog to sell. And once you use the catalog to sell, like they do in the supermarket, you can be able to see each and every product stock and how the stock is faring over a period of time. As if that is not enough, this app is also benefiting us by allowing us to receive online orders. Imagine what watakuwa na order for products from you and you just deliver. And by doing delivery, you stand chances to earn more. This app is definitely the way to go. It is definitely the way to transform our biasharas. Let us journey together. Let us keep on winning. Let us keep on transforming our biasharas digital by transacting using the Tcash Soko app. Thank you. And in case you have any question, can you get back to me via the comment section? I'll be responding to your questions as soon as I see them. Have a great evening. Let us keep winning. Thank you.